right, Sports Talker Nation, once again, as your host, the G-Man, I'm back to talk to you about the latest installment of our NFL 2015 year in review. Today we're going to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the disclaimer up front here is that I have a soft spot in my heart for the Jaguars. I have since the late 90s when Tom Coughlin and Mark Brunell, as an upstart 9-7 team, beat Denver as a 14-point underdog to win me a boatload of cash. So ever since then, I've been a huge fan of Jacksonville. They've gone through some lean times lately, and once again, they're finishing in the top 5 as far as draft picks go. But much like the Tennessee Titans, I have to say, there's more there than meets the eye. So what went right for the Jaguars this year? A couple things. Number one, they have a dynamic, amazing receiving core. They finally stepped up to show who they are. Allen Hurns came out of nowhere. I think everyone expected Lee to be the stud that he is, and Allen Robinson to be the stud that he is, but they exceeded even the wildest expectations. Allen Robinson is just an absolute animal. He's going to be great moving forward. They drafted T.J. Yeldon to be their bell cow running back. They didn't feed him as much as you'd think they should, but I'll tell you, he showed glimpses, and it looks like he's going to be a player moving forward. They still need some help at tight end, but the most important position, as always, with every team is the quarterback. And I am a huge believer in Blake Bortles. I know most people don't like him as much as I do. I absolutely love him. I think that he is going to be a top 10 quarterback very, very soon. He needs to improve his decision-making, but he makes every single throw. He has a great arm. He is incredibly athletic for a guy his size. You wouldn't guess that. He really reminds me of a young Ben Roethlisberger. Before Big Ben got hurt and became as more of a statue, Bortles is that tough, but can spin away from the defense and break it free for 8 to 12 yards whenever he needs to. I'm really impressed by his overall game, so that really went well for them as well. I think they made the right choice with their head coach. Once again, I'm a noted Eagles fan, and I liked Gus Bradley, would have liked him as my head coach. I think if they are just patient and give him a little bit of time, he's the right guy for that job. He's known for building a defense. Defense is where they need their most help right now, and I think he's going to get it done. I think he's going to do the right things and do it right. So far that went right. I do like what they've done with their linebackers. They have fast, athletic linebackers. And now to what went wrong. Well, again, Bortles makes a lot of mistakes still, and he winds up in bad situations at critical parts of the game, and he still makes that big turnover that's going to kill you. And that can change over time, but it needs to change for him because it's been rough and it's cost them some games. They score a lot of points, but they're at the end of the game, you're almost waiting for the mistake. So that was a problem. The offensive line continues to be a struggle, needs to be reconstructed, and I think they'll do that, picking in the top 5. But the most important area where they need to make an impact is on the defensive line. They need a pass rusher, preferably a speed rusher. I know they had some challenges with their draft picks and injuries, but I do think if they get a speed rusher and they put him in position in a Gus Bradley defense, then the sky's the limit. If they get that going, it's amazing how much better your defensive backs look. They already play well against the run, so it can make all the difference. It's amazing how few positions can really make a huge difference. I think offensively, they're going to be one of the top teams next year, and they're one of the most enjoyable. Defensively, you give me a pass rusher and one solid, not great corner. Offensive line, you draft that as well. So they'll have a pick in the top 5, and then at the top of the second round, I would imagine they could get their offensive lineman as well as their speed rusher, and they're going to be set, and they're going to be a team to reckon with. So I do see a positive outlook for the Jaguars. Another tough year, but hope is right around the horizon. So, Mr. Khan, if you're listening, just calm down and give them a chance. And that's about all I have on the Jags, boys. This is the G-Man, and I am out.